Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku has a Guardian Seed Quirk, part 6, I believe. Where we're at. Okay, let's run some brief information down before we begin. Now, what I have planned for Izuku in the future when it comes to his abilities, he will unlock skills, which is energy ability, gradually throughout the series. These abilities will be energy-based attacks. So that's what I have planned for it. That's pretty much all the information I want to relay at the moment. I think I do. Yep, I think that's pretty much about it. So let's get to our what if. A few days has gone by as she stares at Izuku as she's so off-wheeled. What is your plan after this? What's your game plan? After you escape here? I'm curious. I don't know. I need a place to lay low and think about things, and I need to learn where I'm at and how things are run over here. Speaking of off-wielders, Devil Girl, is there more off-wielders in this world? You are correct. There is. Each nation has either one or several off-wielders that they summon. And any of the nations would have been responsible for you summoning you here. But these bandits most likely hijacked the magical summon single and transported you here. That's my best guess. But whatever nation did summon you, I highly doubt they're going to leave you alone. So I know of a couple places where we could lay low for a while. You should conserve your strength, off-fielder. Get some rest. You'll need it. As their time, they started to talk to each other more until sorry, as they started to get to know each other, start to talk to each other more. As the 2 weeks has finally come past, as the guards open the door and tells them to follow them. As Izuku's pretending to not understand, just to keep the ploy up. As he follows them, they get to a big metal door. As the guards, well, let's see if you survive this, demon bitch. As the door opens, and let's see how long your little off-wheeler survives. This will be quite an interesting bout. Have fun, you two. As he walks off, as Izuku and his new companion walks into the arena, as it's nighttime, the the arena grounds is filled with people, it's different races. Izuku actually, there's actually some vampires in the mix this time. You have a vampiric woman sitting in the VIP seats. Sh by the other vampires, how they interact towards her, she seems important. So they're she's a guest of this current bandit group. As she's the main reason why the vampires don't mess with them. She turns a blind eye to their little organization. As when she heard that they have an off-worlder, that intrigued her enough for her to come down there herself. As as the vampire woman sees Izuku and his demonkin companion walk into the ring, as she hears whispers of the Outlander, As she hears a conversation, man, I can't believe the boss, actually hijacked the Demon Lord's summoning. I'm surprised the boss was gutsy enough to do that. As the vampire woman eyes widen, as she stares at the lead bandit, the one's in charge. As she gets up, as she walks over towards him, grabs him by the throat, and lifts him up in the air. You stupid human. You realize you haven't realized what you've done, have you? What? Countess, wait. I can explain. Explain? You stole from the Demon Lord. Of all people, you steal from her. She's gonna come down here, and she's gonna massacre everyone here and take what's hers. If I were you, human, I would contact her, give her what's hers, and hopefully she's gracious enough to not kill you all. As she gets a tap on her shoulder, as one of her people, as they whisper something in her ear. Ma'am, there's a large group of the Demon Lord's people heading towards this way. We're leaving. As she drops him, I'll leave your fate to the Demon Lord's people. We're leaving. Who's leading the group? Duchess. It's the Allfield hunter, the Banshee woman. Great. Of all people, her. Ah, let's go. Ash, I hope you survive long enough. Such a waste. We had such a lucrative business deal going. But you got too greedy. If you die here, it's your own damn fault, human. As she as she leaves, she's finally, she's getting ready. As she's walking through the facility, finally getting the exit. Ma'am, are you sure you were so interested in watching it? As much as I'm intrigued by the off-fielder, I do not want to be here when the Demon Lord's people get here. It's best if we bail. But I also want to keep an eye on that off-fielder. Something about him, his aura, is different. His scent. I've never smelled something like that before. So I'm personally invested in that off-fielder. Let's go. As they go back, their carriage comes out. Of the transportation that she has. As she goes back to her manor. Go back into the vampire territory. We cut to outside of the fortress. It's on a mountain path. It's on a ledge. As you have the woman that has been tracking down Izuku, the Banshee, as her eyes glow bright, blue color, as she's looking down upon the fortress. So, that's where my lady's off-wither is. You can't escape me. No matter where you go, I'll be able to locate you. I've already got your energy patterns ready memorized. She sees some patrols from the bandits. And I see. So these are the people that stole from the Demon Lord. Filthy human scum. We'll make an example of them. Take a break for about 30 minutes. Then we'll begin immediately eradicating them all. leave no bandit alive. The other, anyone outside of that, I really don't care. Leave them be. But the off-wielder is your main priority. Do I make myself clear, men? Yes, ma'am. Perfectly. Good. You two, I want you to disguise yourself as a patron and infiltrate this structure. And I want to have eyes inside. I'll contact me once you're inside. Understood, ma'am. As those two disappear. Remember, non-lethal attacks or spells when you come in contact with the off-wielder. He must not be harmed. Our mistress has been very clear on that. Understood? Yes, ma'am. Good. Did you bring what I asked? Yes. Do it. As they pull out a, well, let's say it's like a kind of like a crystal ball. Begin the incantation. As a few people start chanting something, as a barrier goes over the fortress, as no one could get in or out. Well, people from the inside can't get out. Only people that can get in is her people and herself. There's no way for you to escape. It's the barrier covers around. It doesn't cover underneath the place, but it covers above the ground type of areas. You finished? Yes, ma'am. How long do we have? Um, the barrier will last about a couple days, at best. Understood. It's 30 minutes has passed. All right, man. Let's begin. Let's begin the operation. As she has been relayed as the off-fielder is having a arena fight, as they give the description of Izuku, as they inform her that Izuku is fighting a humongous cyclops. But she's not too worried. At least the all-fielder's in her grasp. That's all she cares about. If the cyclops becomes the issue, she'll kill it herself. As we cut to Midoriya's point of view of everything. As he steps through, as he sees this humongous cyclops with a humongous club with spikes on it. It's bigger than he is, so yeah, it's pretty tall. Huh. Yes, Izuku, it's a cyclops. But this is actually work in our favor. We'll use this creature for our escape route. All we need is to grab one of the captains, and luckily I know which ones have the crystals and which ones don't. That should be easy fix. As they notice a barrier form over them, as well, apparently that's the only way out now. Something's going on. Let's kill this. Let's do what we have to do for now. Off-fielder. Cyclops comes rushing forward as she ignites fire from her hands as she shoots it at the Cyclops' eye as it's trying to block the fire from hitting his eye. As Izuku jumps back a little bit to the side, as he saw a bunch of spears on a spear rack. This for a rack for weapons happens to have a bunch of spears right there. As Izuku grabs a bunch of them, as he starts throwing them at the Cyclops. As he aims on the first one, he throws at the leg. as it pierces the skin, as the Cyclops grabs onto his leg, onto the spear, as he knocks it out of it. And he basically pulls it out. As he starts tossing several of them, different body parts, but the last one going for the eye, as it blocks it with his club, as it smashes downwards, trying to hit Izuku's partner, as she does a backflip next to Izuku, as they both rush in, as the Cyclops starts smashing the ground over and over again, as Izuku knows, some of the ground is cracking, as he gets a crooked grin. So that's where I need to concentrate on. As he's, what's the matter? What's the matter, idiot? Can't hit me? Am I moving too fast for your small little brain to process? As the Cyclops doesn't understand, the Cyclops stupid. I mean, I could probably insult you, but you're probably too stupid to understand the insult, so it'd be a waste of time. As a burst of fire comes over Izuku, as it's his partner at blasting fire at it, as the Cyclops was getting ready to swing, as there's a loud explosion, as Izuku and the rest of them look over, as there's several people rushing in. Several of the Demon Lord people come rushing in, slaughtering every bandit they see, leaving all the slaves and victims alone. As she's walking through the facility, as she as she had people executed on the spot. All right, fan out, find the offfielder now. Ma'am, what are you doing? Making a distraction. As using magic, she unlocked all the prisoners' cells as they all rush out. As the prisoners goes to attack the bandits, as several of them get a hold of a command crystal, as they start freeing each other. Shizuku had enough of this, as he saw a corner of his eye as someone rushed through the metal gate. It's the same bandit that shocked him. As he's trying to get to the other side, see if the other side's blocked too. So no one could, because all they know is no one could escape. I had enough of this. And as he sees the guard, huh, you're not getting away from me. As he picks up the last spear, emanating with his red energy, as he tosses it at the Cyclops, as it goes through his hand, piercing his eye, goes through his brain as it finally tips over from the impact of the weight, crack the rest of it as he falls into the ground as it opens up. As Izuku disappears. Where do you think you're going? As he appeared out of nowhere in front of the guy, grabs him by the throat. As he's trying to shock him, as he grabs onto his hand, his wrist, breaks it. As he drops him, as he picks up the crystal, as he waves it around his neck, as he hears a click, as the thing falls off. Hey, you. As she's like, catch. As he throws her the crystal, as she takes off the collar that's on her. As the man screaming, begging for mercy. Huh, you really think I was going to let you live after you shocked me? That was very rude. As, like, you can understand me? Of course I can understand you, you idiot. But this is goodbye. As he emanates energy out of his hands, as he has his hands wrapped around the man's skull, as he's cooking him alive with his energy, with his red energy, as he melts off his face, as it was quite brutal. As he's struggling, trying to rip his grip off his face. His skull. As Each time he tries to resist, his strength gets weaker and weaker until he goes limp. That's when Izuku drops him. As Izuku drops a corpse, as he looks over to his guide now. So what now? As she's as she sees, a couple of the demon lord shoulders, as she's very scared, as we need to get out of here now. As she grabs Izuku's shirt, as they she forcefully, she jumps off while holding on to Izuku. Jumping into the cavern immediately. If 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 we're lucky, they didn't see us. As they finally land, it's pure darkness. As you see the head bandit on his knees, as they have swords pointed to his throat, you honestly think you would steal from this demon lord and we would not find you and punish you? Stupid, stupid human. Where is the Outlander? Where is the demon lord's property? In the arena. Nail him to the wall and douse him with fire. As they drag him, as he starts screaming, as they burn him alive, as she looks at the arena as he's not there. Get down there now. As she has people down there, as she walks into the arena, as she sees a big hole. So that's where you went. As we cut back to Izuku and in the cavern, as she lights some fire up in her hand, as she grabs Izuku, what are you doing? Quiet, I need to do this fast. The faster I do this, the faster we won't have to worry about them. This is only be temporary. I can make a proper one once we get to a safe place. As she starts chanting something, as weird letterings start showing up on Izuku. What is this? It's to seal your presence. If the if who summoned you, I think who did, we need to keep your they will be able to track your aura. Your magic signature that was used to summon you here. You would have faint traits and they would have someone to track you down. They have off-wielder hunters. Now this conceal spell is only going to last for a little bit, but enough time for us to get a clear area, get to a safe area, so I could actually put real seals on you, so they won't be able to track you. As they they don't notice that there's creatures all around. As she be on guard, we're not alone. Several glowing faces show up in the darkness as they're surrounded. As she's like, damn it. Shadow wolves. Well, I don't know what they'd be called shadow wolves or not. Let's call yeah, demon kin wolves or something like that around there. Like, damn it, wolf monsters, be on guard. These ones are just drones. You need to worry about the ones controlling these ones. The main monster. These things are pretty much dead. So don't hold back. As she starts flaring out fire, as Ezekiel starts emitting red energy, as he starts blasting them, as they're being overwhelmed. Master, what is it, Zero? I'm kind of busy. You have new skill unlocked. As Izuku, what do you mean new skill unlocked? There is a new skill. Disappeared. I don't know when. I haven't been keeping an eye on your skills. I'm able to. Sorry. There's a display of all your abilities I'm able to see. And you have a new skill. You wish for me to unlock it, Master? How long will it take? It will take a couple seconds, Master. Proceed. Understood. He's blasting away as the main monster comes in. Try all you might, humans. Or whatever you are. Doesn't matter, you have meat. Tasty, tasty meat. Struggle all you want. But my children and I will feast on you nonetheless. As Izuku's like, anytime, Zero. Now, Izuku. As Izuku, so, how do I activate this damn thing? Anyways, as he's blasting several of these creatures away, you just have to, all you have to say is Bright Burst. As Izuku, very well, Zero. I'll, I'll trust you on this. As Izuku's like, Bright Burst. As several small red energy orbs, very small. Let's say the size of like softballs. As several appear all around the room. Everyone stop fighting. As I'm gonna name her Vex. That's for a future note. So as Vex looks over at Izuku, as she's like, "What the hell?" As Izuku's like, "Bright Burst, eliminate." Well, not eliminate. Let's say he's like, "What now, Zero?" As Zero's like, all you have to do, a master, is disperse it with your energy. You should be able to control it, sir, master. As Izuku does, as he starts emanating energy through his hands, as he closes his fist, as all the orb starts emitting smaller beams of energy, as it's shattering, going across the whole room, hitting everyone, except for Vex and Izuku. This is a new skill that he's not familiar with, so he doesn't know exactly how it works. So he'll figure a faster way to get it to use it and to activate it later on. As Izuku makes some blade, as he cuts the monster straightly in half, chopping him up into little pieces, midair, fast, moving pretty fast. For Vex can't really see his movements while he's swinging his sword. That apparently he just appeared out of nowhere. She's intrigued by that too, but there are no place for time. There's no place and time for that type of discussion. As they run off in a random direction. As we cut to the surface, ma'am, should we send people in there? No. Let's see where the tunnel leads them. We'll follow on the surface. We don't know how many tunnels this system has. Seems pretty. We have no intel on this area. We're not sure if it has several or one. Old taverns, such like this, or caves, usually have an exit. We'll follow the signal until we catch them, until we catch them, or catch him, or I'm not sure how many. Like, yeah, she wouldn't know. Catch the off-builder. As they're following, as she stops, she suddenly stops, She has a visible face. Get people down there now. Ma'am, I saw his. I can no longer track him. We're in the dark. Understood, ma'am. And bring me any survivors that's left. I want to know exactly where wherever this place leads. Yes, ma'am. We're gonna probably stop it there. Yeah. Well, good stop. This good spot to leave it off. Hope you guys have a awesome day or night, judging by time zone or wherever you are in the world you're at. And you all catch me in the next video.